ugly,
displeasing to the senses,
an ugly face. Ultimate,
furthest or highest in degree or order,
the ultimate achievement. Ultimately,
as the end result of a succession or process.
ultimately he had to give in. Umbrella,
A lightweight handheld collapsible canopy.
it may rain, you'd better take an umbrella in case. Unable,
Not having the necessary means or skill or know-how.
unable to get to town without a car. Unacceptable,
Not adequate to give satisfaction.
the coach told his players that defeat was unacceptable. Uncertain,
Lacking or indicating lack of confidence or assurance.
uncertain of his convictions. Uncle,
The brother of your father or mother.
we pay a yearly visit to my uncle. Uncomfortable,
Conducive to or feeling mental discomfort.
this kind of life can prove disruptive and uncomfortable. Unconscious,
Not conscious.
the boy was beaten unconscious. Uncontrolled,
Not being under control.
the greatest uncontrolled health problem is AIDS. Under,
Located below or beneath something else.
the under parts of a machine. Underground,
Beneath the surface of the earth.
water flowing underground. Underneath,
Under or below an object or a surface.
a house with a good foundation underneath. Understand,
Know and comprehend the nature or meaning of.
I understand what she means. Understanding,
The cognitive condition of someone who understands.
he has virtually no understanding of social cause and effect. Underwater,
Beneath the surface of the water.
there are underwater volcanoes in the region. Underwear,
Undergarment worn next to the skin and under the outer garments.
she stripped down to her underwear. Undo,
Cancel, annul, or reverse an action or its effect.
I wish I could undo my actions. Unemployed,
Not engaged in a gainful occupation.
unemployed workers marched on the Capitol. Unemployment,
The state of being unemployed or not having a job.
unemployment is a serious social evil. Unexpected,
Not expected or anticipated.
unexpected guests. Unexpectedly,
In a way that was not expected.
he died unexpectedly of a heart attack. Unfair,
Not fair.
it was an unfair trial. Unfairly,
In an unfair manner.
they dealt with him unfairly. Unfortunate,
Not favored by fortune.
an unfortunate decision. Unfortunately,
By bad luck.
unfortunately it rained all day. Unfriendly,
Not disposed to friendship or friendliness.
an unfriendly action to take. Unhappy,
Experiencing or marked by or causing sadness or sorrow or discontent.
after the argument they lapsed into an unhappy silence. Uniform,
Clothing of distinctive design worn by members of a particular group as a means of identification.
a soldier in uniform. Unimportant,
Not important.
the question seems unimportant. Union,
The state of being joined or united or linked.
there is strength in union. Unique,
The single one of its kind.
a unique copy of an ancient manuscript. Unit,
Any division of quantity accepted as a standard of measurement or exchange.
the dollar is the United States unit of currency. Unite,
Act in concert or unite in a common purpose or belief.
uniting the municipalities. United,
Being or joined into a single entity.
presented a united front. Universe,
Everything that exists anywhere.
they study the evolution of the universe. University,
A large and diverse institution of higher learning created to educate for life and for a profession and to grant degrees.
the oldest university in New England. unkind,
lacking kindness,
a thoughtless and unkind remark, unknown,
not known,
an unknown amount, unless,
except if,
don't call me unless it's a real emergency, unlike,
marked by dissimilarity,
for twins they are very unlike, unlikely,
not likely to be true or to occur or to have occurred,
legislation on the question is highly unlikely, unload,
leave or unload,
unload the cargo, unlucky,
having or bringing misfortune,
Friday the 13th is an unlucky date, unnecessary,
not necessary,
extra blankets are unnecessary, unpleasant,
disagreeable to the senses, to the mind, or feelings,
an unpleasant personality, unreasonable,
not reasonable,
an unreasonable officer, unsteady,
subject to change or variation,
her unsteady walk, unsuccessful,
not successful,
an unsuccessful attempt, untidy,
not neat and tidy,
an untidy living room, until,
up to the point in time or the event mentioned,
until now I have always lived alone, unusual,
not usual or common or ordinary,
an unusual meteorite, unusually,
to a remarkable degree or extent,
she was unusually tall, unwilling,
not wanting to do something and refusing to do it,
he was unwilling to take on that responsibility, unwillingly,
in an unwilling manner,
he had sinned against her unwillingly, up,
towards or in a higher position,
he jumped up from his chair, upon,
more formal term for on, especially in abstract senses,
the decision was based upon two considerations, upper,
higher in place or position,
the upper bunk, upset,
an unhappy and worried mental state,
she didn't realize the upset she caused me, upsetting,
causing an emotional disturbance,
an upsetting experience, upside down,
in an inverted manner,
the box was lying on the floor upside down, upstairs,
on a floor above,
they lived upstairs, upward,
directed up,
the cards were face upward, upwards,
spatially or metaphorically from a lower to a higher position,
the fragments flew upwards, urban,
relating to or concerned with the city or densely populated area,
urban sociology, urge,
force or impel in an indicated direction,
I urged him to finish his studies, urgent,
compelling immediate action,
bridge is in urgent need of repair, us,
used by a speaker to refer to himself or herself and one or more other people as the object of a verb or preposition,
let us know, use,
put into service,
I can't use this tool, used,
previously used or owned by another,
a used car, used to,
in the habit,
you'll get used to the idea, useful,
being of use or service,
a useful member of society, useless,
having no beneficial use or incapable of functioning usefully,
a kitchen full of useless gadgets, user,
a person who makes use of a thing,
computer software users, use up,
to use all of something so that there is none left,
don't use up all the milk, we need some for breakfast, usual,
commonly encountered,
the usual greeting, usually,
under normal conditions,
usually she was late,